Technology is used every day in pretty much everything I do, especially here at work. I think that it doesn't have to be everywhere though. So when I go to meetings, I'll often take a pad and pen because actually writing things down with my hand and using my brain without having to type allows me to think more, to expand on beyond the square computer screen, and helps me to remember better.
I mean, with technology, it's just like anything else. When there's too much of it, it hinders us more than helps us.
So technology really shapes us and has a great effect on us, starting with the fact, if I go away to a meeting for an hour and come back, I've already got 10 or 15 emails at best built up in my inbox.
I get emails all throughout the day and all throughout the night from work. And I think that just completely destroys the idea of having a work-life balance. It makes it that much tougher.
Technology also drags you away from what you're working on often. So if I am working on a paper or grading or anything and an email pops up, you have this instinct that I gotta go check that email right away.
Because of technology, everything feels like it feels like it's urgent now because of how accessible it is right in front of our faces all the time. So suddenly, because we get that email, we feel this urgency to reply because we can reply, and how easy it is to reply with just the iPhone sitting in our hands or in our pockets.
Or if a text pops up on your phone, even if you have it on vibrate, you hear the little buzz and you feel that addiction that I gotta go check and see what that is. And so our focus is really split anymore with technology.
I think for individuals, it affects our ability to connect with people, and I think it enhances our expectation of other people because we understand their lives more deeply, and then we want more from them, and we want constant stories about who they are and why they feel the way that we do. And as a society, we are somewhat divided right now, which is probably a huge understatement, but I have great hopes for technology and digital storytelling because it's really hard to sit in front of someone and tell a very deeply personal story and not react to the nonverbals that are happening across the table from you. But when you're doing that to just a faceless audience on Facebook or Instagram, you don't care what those nonverbals are. You can't see them, and there's a beauty to that, and there's an honesty to that.
But obviously, if everyone has a voice and has the ability to voice their own opinions while being behind a screen, hundreds or thousands of miles away from someone else that they're talking to, it provides an opportunity for them to say whatever they want, which can be something positive or negative. I love that it gives people a voice, but you have to be careful and also take some things with a grain of salt, because anyone can sit behind a desk and behind a screen and just say whatever they'd like.
People will always misuse digital storytelling platforms, but I think that there's some frankness to them that's really going to help our society and help us understand each other as individuals and help our society as a whole represent causes that wouldn't have entered the mainstream narrative.
I feel for the generations to come because there's no way to be shut off. There's no way to be shut off from everything unless you somehow decide to shut off that iPhone and to shut off that iPad and shut off the TV and there's so much shutting off that you have to do. And while we love using all of those things for entertainment and personal purposes, work and your professional life is so ingrained in those as well that it's hard to shut off those as well.
I see digital storytelling as a very positive thing. And again, technology and social networks are just tools. We choose as individuals how to use them, and we need to remember that and own it.